You know, I always used to refer to Senator Kennedy's office as the real Kennedy School of Government, because there simply wasn't any better place to learn by doing than in the orbit of Ted Kennedy in pursuit of a workable solution to a major social challenge. I was extremely blessed to be part of the Kennedy team on the ADA, and I learned so much in the process. Two takeaways come to mind today. First, having the facts on your side is good, but it's not enough. You have to get senators to feel if you want them to reach for the higher angels of their nature. Senator Kennedy knew well that an open heart often preceded an open mind, because after all, this wasn't about just facts and figures. It was about faces and families and futures. Given that there were 43 million Americans with disabilities in 1990, many senators had a family member or a friend with a disability, and that helped them to feel the importance of the ADA. So when the business community tried to dismiss people with disabilities as unwilling or unable to work, or simply trying to game the system, many members knew better from personal experience. Two other heart-opening experiences from the passage of the ADA come to mind. Senators were given the opportunity or the challenge of spending a day with a disability to experience for a moment what millions of Americans live with every day. Some were in a wheelchair, some blindfolded, some with earplugs, etc. Each devastated by how difficult everything was. So true, and that's why we needed the ADA. And I remember a moment when things were stuck in the Senate, and about 200 people got out of their wheelchairs and pulled themselves across the marble floor toward Senator Dole's office, the Republican leader and a person with disabilities himself. It quickly became clear to senators that these were not people looking for handouts or special rights, but for a chance to fully participate in life just like everyone else. Shortly thereafter, the bill was on the floor. And second, build a broad coalition based on shared principles and then fight like hell to hold it together. In the ADA context, the coalition was very broad. Not only did it involve the many and varied disability groups, some broadly focused, some narrowly focused on a single disability. It included the new kid on the block, the AIDS community, still shrouded in ignorance, fear, and serious stigma. And it was all done under the umbrella of the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights, the 100+ long-standing organizations who had helped to deliver civil rights victories based on race and sex. Senator Kennedy's dear friend, Pat Wright, was the general of the coalition. Pat is brilliant, savvy, fierce, and a woman with a disability. And the Congress, the administration, and the community all respected and sometimes feared her. And without her, the ADA might still be pending. There are many forks in the road in any legislative endeavor, and each fork tests the strength of the coalition. And the opposition almost always employs a divide and conquer strategy to try to stop the bill from moving forward. And the ADA was certainly no different. One of the great things about how Senator Kennedy did business, especially when it came to civil rights, was that he insisted that major decisions be made by the coalition itself. After all, he often said, it is their rights that are on the line, not mine, and they should decide what's best. And so it went. When the ADA passed the House, the National Restaurant Association got an amendment adopted to exempt people with HIV working in restaurants from protection. There was no public health rationale for this policy, and it went to the heart of the bill, which was that people should be judged or treated based on facts and not the irrational fear of others. If we accepted this amendment, it would be people with AIDS today and someone else tomorrow. The truth was, if we compromised on this bedrock principle, the whole bill would unravel piece by piece by piece. Some days later, the coalition leadership joined us in Senator Kennedy's hideaway to make a call on how best to proceed. We knew we had the votes, or we thought we did, to strike the HIV exclusion. But we were not at all sure that if that happened, we had the 60 votes we needed to break Senator Helms' filibuster and pass the bill. The stakes were high, and the civil rights of millions hung in the balance. After some justifiably tense discussion, the coalition decided that it would rise or fall together. If we could not get the HIV exclusion out, we would pull the bill and try again next Congress. Amazing. With the help of bipartisanship and the long-standing relationship between Senators Kennedy and Hatch, Senator Hatch offered the amendment to strike the HIV exclusion and brought with him the Republican votes we needed to prove that the National Restaurant Association was out to lunch and win the day. What a tribute to the power of acting as one. Senator Kennedy always referred to civil rights as the great unfinished business of America, and it remains so. We have made great strides, but much more needs to be done to protect the integrity of existing laws and to expand them to cover the LGBT community and beyond. So as the senator used to say, the work goes on, the cause endures, and the dream shall never die.